Is this us?
Yeah.
Are we on the internet television?
I think so. This
Excellent.
counts.
Welcome to the Hashtag Show. Welcome back to Calling Into the Ring. I'm Kevin Kittredge, joined by Daniel Jerome.
Yes, that's right. Daniel Jerome, a.k.a. Battlestar Galactica, a.k.a. Tony Two Cups. I don't know.
That Battlestar
Galactica.
It's such a mouthful.
It is. And that's actually what happened with Twitter, because I can't have that as my handle. It's too long.
Okay.
So, mouthful.
You know, we've done a lot of combinations here. You've worked with Joe. You've worked with Tony. I've worked with Joe, but we've never had a Kevin and Daniel show.
No.
So here we are.
That's right.
Giving the people what they want. Right?
Yeah. Hey, you know, that's it. Giving the people what they want, which is a lot more of us.
So we're going to be going around talking about some Raw, talking about some SmackDown, some new news type stuff that's going on today. We're going to be talking a little bit later about our favorite WWE Pay Per View, and we want to hear what yours is. And tell you what, for you guys, let's not limit it to WWE. Let's hear whatever your favorite pay per view is. I'm thinking, the closest you can get, beginning to end. Just maybe there's a couple of stinkers in there somewhere, but for the majority, I already heard what yours was.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that you.
I like to, sometimes I like Christmas morning. I like to find out the presents when they come.
That is my favorite. Can we talk about it already?
I think we should. I want to get some of these guys' too.
Okay.
Joe is on assignment. He is in Mexico. That's how you say that, right?
Yeah, in Mexico.
Okay, sure. Mm-hmm. And
he's again, whatever.
Better than the Kevin and Sammy's show. I don't know, Matt. That's pretty good. That's a high
oh man,
standard.
I don't know, because Sam is he's vibrant. He sweats a lot.
So and I'll tell you what. I'm sorry I wasn't here last week. I was doing a bunch of stuff, and I wasn't even going to be here this week. Oh. But Junior got a hold of me. He was like, "Listen, pal.
Yeah."
I'm tired of this lack of commitment from you. And he really just reamed the shit out of me, which I thought was a little unprofessional. And then when I got here, he hit me a couple of times.
I'm sorry. I didn't know that it was that serious that, it's okay. It's not your fault. Right? It's not your fault.
No, he did it in all areas that the marks won't show up.
Oh, okay. All right. That makes sense.
Okay, so let's maybe talk a little bit about some Monday Night Raw. You did not catch Monday Night Raw, as I understand.
I did not.
Did you get any results or what have you?
No. I was like, I'm going to find out stuff right on the air. Like, what? Oh, my God. Knock over it, Mike.
Well, I'm going to tell you a couple of things. And you know what? Some of this stuff has been happening over the last couple of weeks. We've seen this thing where on the WWE TV, they're having a promo. There will be a backstage promo for someone. And they flash the words that they're saying over.
Yeah.
What are they trying to be like? It's like pop-up video, except guys, that was like 10 years ago.
And that's so true.
Is it like something else? It's very. I don't know. I don't need it. I heard the words, and you know what? If I didn't hear the words, if there are people who can't hear, they have the closed captioning.
Yeah,
man, can you imagine if you were hard of hearing and then you had to deal with the closed captioning and doubling up?
Because you're like, all right, yeah, I'm paying attention. Oh my! Oh wait! Oh, another word. It's too much.
Thank you. Overload. Thank you for your enthusiasm, Craig. I appreciate it. It's nice to be back. So that's something that's if we can go back to an old thing, that's something that's grinding my gears a little bit. I'll tell you what's not grinding my gears. I'll tell you what's Corey Graves is phenomenal. He is just on it, dude.
Right now, there's no stopping him, though. I mean, he's at a point where it's like, okay, you can see the push. Trajectory's going to be there, but how far is it going to go?
Well,
that is my worry.
I mean, I'll tell you, with people have been saying, yeah, he's just like Bobby Heenan, and I think that's different. I think he's Jesse the Body Ventura. He's just not only the fact that he's a former wrestler,
yeah,
but I mean, he just. It's kind of like, I took a lot of improv classes and whatnot, which, I hate now.
Really?
But improv.
I loved improv. Oh, my God.
Yeah, but when it's bad, it's bad, and there's so much bad. But when it's good, it's good.
When it's good, it's rare. So when it's rare, it's good. And that's a great thing. But, yeah.
But the thing about improv is when something new, when a new element is introduced, you need to accept it as fact and move along and embellish it. And that's what Corey does.
Yes.
Corey, when someone says something, he'll be like, yes, and this and this and this. And he's just, I love him. I love Corey Graves.
But I just, once again, how far is that going to go?
Well, what do you mean? I think I think he's probably under 30. Maybe he's about 30. He's got a lot. He's going to be with us for a long time. I'm very, very happy. So did you hear about Braun Strowman last night?
No.
Let me tell you.
Tell me what's up.
So we got Elias, who I think both of us walk with.
Yes.
Both of us walk
right.
with
I walk
Elias.
with Elias.
And so Elias was playing his little ditty, talking about people in the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, of course.
And then we hear, ladies and gentlemen, Braun. And we go to the front of the stage, to the ramp, and there's Braun with an enormous bass guitar.
Oh, come on.
Sitting with the spotlight.
Are you serious?
And he sang. And he sang very well.
Serious?
He did. And I guess...
Oh, my God.
It's weird.
Okay.
It's weird because I have never really been in Braun's corner.
Okay.
I think he's very agile. I think he does a lot of fun stuff.
Yeah.
And maybe I've just been reluctant to give him that chance because as an old school fan and as a guy that loves Daniel Bryan and Punk and like that, I've always been against the big guys. I've been against the big guys.
I understand.
And I've had to accept. I have accepted he's very agile, and I was defending the triple threat match at the Royal Rumble.
All right.
And maybe I just need to give in and really give this guy a shot because he was entertaining.
Maybe, just maybe. That's it.
Well,
just say it. Just say.
I'm an old man and I'm stuck to my ways. Getting me to say maybe I'll accept this monster is I think that's pretty good. Have you always been in his corner? Are you?
No, honestly, he kind of won me over a while back, and it's been like, okay, I can see this guy actually doing something more. I mean,
it's just strange that they have him as the monster, and then they have him doing these comedic bits.
Comedic bits. Well, I mean, remember we did this with Kane. We've done it with a few other larger people. At one time, I remember we did it where it was like the Big Show. It was just a joke.
Yeah.
So we have moments where you love to take the big guy and make him do something stupid.
How about
funny? It's almost relatable.
If I may, with him and Alexa. Did you see that thing with him and Alexa?
All right, I saw this. So with that, I got.
Why don't you explain to anybody who might have missed it?
Well, the Alexa commercial, you mean?
The cute.
Oh no! You take
your time. Okay. Well,
take your time.
And there was a bit in the ring. There was something about the mix, because they're teammates in the MMC, and it was Braun had said something about her being a good teammate, and I think you're kind of cute or something like that.
Oh.
And she said, I think you're cute too. And it was very strange to go to this guy who's just been a fucking monster, throwing Roman Reigns in the dump truck and this, that, and the other thing. And now they're giving him the layers, and he's doing well. So this is me opening up. This is me getting better.
You're considering it. I mean, that's a good thing.
That's right.
Because you don't have to be like, yeah, all right, I'm a fan all the way.
Again, I don't know if any of you guys in the chat are doing this yet, but I want to see what you guys got for your favorite pay-per-views of all time. There's some good stuff.
Come on, guys.
Let's see it.
There's so much to choose from. Let us know what you guys know, let us know what you guys love as your favorite pay-per-view.
So, as some of these guys have been discussing in the chat, the big news out of Monday Night Raw was that Finn and Seth are both being added to the Elimination Chamber. It is a 7-man Elimination Chamber, which likely means that 3 people will start with a triple threat match.
Oh, jeez. Really?
Yeah. Because it was, I think earlier this week, an ad was released with Finn Balor as the 6th participant. And then it got out. And so people are like, well, what are we going to do now? I guess
we gotta just go ahead and just show it all.
Well, but they're like, we need to show that just even if something leaks, anything can change. So I don't know if that was the plan from the beginning. Maybe it was the plan from the beginning.
Okay.
Because if you don't have Seth in the Elimination Chamber, what do you do with him? And it's still, you know what? I'll say another really good thing about the show last night was Seth Rollins going out and he's saying, "Listen, I want to be in the Elimination Chamber. I want to be important here on Monday Night Raw." And Kurt was like, "Yeah, you've had trouble with tag team partners. Let me find you another tag team partner." He was like, I don't want another tag team partner. I want to be Monday Night Raw. And it's one of those things, primetime. Primetime, spoiler. Primetime and I have the same favorite WrestleMania pay-per-view match. Good job. But it's real life. I think that Seth has been lost in the shuffle, and I think Seth would make him and Finn, because I love both of those guys.
Okay.
And I hope they have feuds for the Universal title for years to go. And,
really? You'd look forward to seeing that happen.
Shit, yeah, dude. Those guys are great.
Okay.
Who do you want to see in the Raw main event? First of all, who do you want to see at WrestleMania? There's who we think we're going to see in the title match, and there's
who do we actually? Okay,
who we really like.
Everybody knows I'm a fan of the Shield, so
all of them.
Roman Reigns.
Wait,
but I would, but he's not. But anyway,
what do you mean he's not?
I don't. Aren't we done with his push? Aren't we watching it kind of?
I just need to clarify where we're at.
Coming over and it's going down.
You are a Roman Reigns guy.
I'm a Roman Reigns guy. I'm a fan.
Turn in that shirt.
What? Oh, come on, man. I'm just saying.
Although it's not specifically FTRR,
okay.
pal.
Okay.
FTRR.
All right. So you want me to go ahead and mention a FTR? Oh God. Okay. All right. The Bullet Club is very important. Everyone knows that. And I'd love to see a match with, what's his name?
Kenny Omega?
No.
Bullet Club or Shield?
Bullet Club.
Cody, Young Bucks, Marty Scurll.
Is it Cody?
I don't know. It's your guy.
I don't know. It'll float in my head later. I don't know.
Okay, so you like Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
He's your little... go, Roman,
go!
Go, Roman, go!
No. I'm just saying, can you not be a fan of multiple people?
I'm 43. How old are you?
I am 37.
You can't like Roman Reigns anymore.
Why not? What's wrong with
it? Because they're terrible.
Just because they're pushing him down my throat? Is that it?
Yes.
I was a fan before. They were really like, hey, you gotta love him.
Well, tell you what. I'm really judgmental, and I need to pull back a little bit. I'm being. We don't know each other. We don't know each other well enough for me to rip you this hard.
Okay. Well, who are you?
Well, okay. Right, so you don't think that Roman's going to win the Elimination Chamber and win at WrestleMania?
Nope.
Who do you think is going to?
Who else is in? I'm really thinking about.
Cena's in there. Finn, Seth, Elias, and who am I missing, guys? Junior's got the pictures.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know who black.
I just got the sigh of death.
Yeah, you got one of those like
fucking hell, Kevin.
Yeah, right.
Well, tell you what, not even considering who's in there.
Cena, Reigns, Rollins, Miz, Elias. And Brock.
And Brock?
Brock.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay, so who do you think is going to win, and who would you like to win?
I would like Miz to win.
Even more than Roman. I thought Roman's your guy.
I know, but I know Roman's not. So I'm not even going to say I would like what I know is not going to happen. The Miz, I would. Just coming back and everything, blah, yada, yada. I would love it. But I think Braun is going to take it. I think he has big enough of a push where people are like, yeah, we like him anyway. It would be great to see him just get over.
Well, I'll tell you. I don't think that's a terrible idea.
Right.
I think that Roman's going to win everything. I think Roman's still the golden goose there.
Hey, he's the franchise, man. He's the franchise right now.
But, you saying The Miz, that's something that we can definitely
come on.
No. I love The Miz.
You know what I'm saying? People can get behind that.
I am absolutely behind that. I would love it. I would love him to take it. Man, him and Brock. And here's the thing is they so he and Cena had a match and a confrontation last night.
Right.
And Cena was saying everything that the 13-year-old fan believes, and it's like, if you go in there, you're not even gonna. It'll probably be your last match if you fight Brock. Miz, you're the worst. You're terrible. You're not going to make it against. And that's what really makes me want it to happen.
Oh, really?
I think Miz is great. I think he deserves everything he has and more, and hopefully he'll get it. He's not going to get it at WrestleMania, not this year anyway.
Oh no! Come on, imagine it. Miz versus Brock.
I love it, but it's not going to happen. And as much
would Brock literally kill Miz? Like, would he end him?
I think Brock's a professional.
But would it be one of those? Oh my gosh! Well, he's injured already. Like, I'm just saying, like, you know, oh my god, well that's it. There you go. And you're just like, how did that happen? I don't what?
I mean, if it's the main event of WrestleMania, I would hope that they give us a good 20 minutes out of it. But it's not. Listen, we're living in fantasy land.
I don't
right now.
feel that they're those. Well, the Miz is actually entertaining in the ring. Miz is great.
Sold. I'm in.
I don't feel that way about Brock. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't. It depends who he's in the ring with and who's literally calling in the ring with him. Because sometimes I feel that Brock isn't one to really give me a good show on his own. We get the PPV'S, you'll see why I chose what I chose according to these things. But it's like, I don't see it.
That's right, Maurice is due the Friday before WrestleMania. That's right, due to have their baby. That's interesting timing because Miz has said, "I'm going to be there."
Yeah, that is true.
With his wife, so I don't know. That's interesting. Okay, so your ideal is Miz and Brock at WrestleMania.
It's something I would love to see, and I think it would actually make Brock look like he's good in the ring. I feel that way.
I would be good with Miz, Seth, or Finn. I would love any three of those guys. All right.
Seth and Brock.
But also about that Cena and Miz match. With Cena beating Miz last night, that means Miz enters at number 1.
Oh, really?
Which now that there's 3 people essentially as number 1, it doesn't mean as much.
No. But wow. Oh, geez, that's right. Wait. He won't be a war now. Yeah, that's fine.
Also last night, Bayley and Sasha had a pretty great match. Bayley won, and when Bayley and Sasha, it was in San Jose too, so she had good crowd support. But after she won, there was a stare down between Sasha and Bayley, and then it was broken up by Nia, who just broke them up.
Oh, okay.
Just beat them up a lot. Who did Asuka face last night? Did she fight last night? Maybe I just wanted to.
I heard no news about Asuka.
I'm a big fan of that Asuka.
Oh, well, who isn't, man? Come on. Belt.
How old is she? I don't even want to know. I'm 43. I'm going to pretend that she's 42. She is nowhere near 42.
No, not at all.
Seth and Brock would be... Yeah, Seth and Brock, we've seen them in triple threat matches. I don't know if we've seen them one-on-one.
No, I don't remember singles. I don't see singles between those two. I don't.
And here's another thing. Brock, come WrestleMania, I guess his contract is up again, right?
Yeah. So I was talking about that with someone, and I'm wondering, like... So with this, is this going to be, all right, well, it's over, I lost, goodbye? Or, because, I mean, according to the outcome, you'll know if he signed for the contract.
I don't think that's true. I think he's losing regardless.
Really?
I think he's losing regardless.
He has a clause in his contract saying that they can keep him for 2 more months.
2 more months?
So that's why they want to bring in Lashley, to do a Lashley ball.
Fucking Lashley, man.
Yeah.
Oh, again, we talked about this before, and I'm sorry to bother you guys again. Last time I saw Lashley was in WWE. I didn't really watch him in Impact. I heard he got a lot better. I heard he's very, very good.
Yeah, that's what I hear. I hear as far as in the ring, actually, it's
not only in the ring, but personality-wise. I heard he's like done a 180 from the type of thing. Did they have a one-on-one primetime? When was it? A pay-per-view or what?
When they fought?
Seth and Brock. Okay, Undertaker interrupted the match, so Brock technically lost. I don't remember when that was.
I don't.
All right, well,
Lashley.
Why don't we go into some SmackDown, which just ended a little bit ago.
Okay.
There wasn't a whole lot that really stuck out to me, with the exception of I'm really enjoying Gable and Benjamin. I love them as bad guys. The New Day were out. They were having a pancake eating contest where Big E was trying to get the world's record for eating pancakes.
I'm sorry. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I have an issue with the New Day.
What is your issue?
Sometimes it's a freaking circus. It's a freaking circus, and sometimes it's just too much.
I've been waiting for over a year now for those guys to turn on Big E.
Oh yeah.
I want those two. I want the other guys to turn on Big E, and I want Big E to be a huge face.
Oh really?
I think he could be. I think he's got it.
Wow, it's carried on his own.
Yeah, I mean, these guys, they've been doing it for a while, and I love each of those guys individually and as a group. But as a group, it's kind of getting old for me.
It is. It's like a circus. At first, it was like, oh my God, and there's a horn in the ring, and blah, blah, and they're just doing ridiculous stuff. And it was like, yo, this is great. And then the cereal, everything. It was okay. I feel once that whole, the cereal, it became like, that was your pop. Now we can go ahead and start disbanding.
And the pancakes thing, I don't know how that, I mean, I think it's pretty funny. But is it really enough to, like, what are they going to coast on? What are they going to, is pancakes the thing that's keeping them afloat right now? Because that's not working for me.
Oh, no.
Overall.
No.
I know.
I feel like they popped up the cereal and that's it. It's like, all right, great.
How would you do it? How would you break them up?
Actually, the way you said it was actually good. I think there has to be infighting. And infighting is going to have to be something that's going to have to break. I don't know if I would say Biggie is, like, strong enough as far as like mic skills and everything else to really carry. It's like, oh wait, I'm gonna ride as a face and it's gonna, it's gonna be a thing. I don't know.
I feel he does.
Yeah,
I feel he does, and I hope he gets the chance sooner than later.
Yeah. All right.
And I want it to be out of nowhere too. I don't because I know it makes sense storyline wise to drop a hint here and there. Just invent yourself a good backstory. Say this is why we did it. Biggie, you should have known this was coming. And find a way to do it. They're writers. They have writers.
Wow. Okay. All
and
right.
just be vicious. And still do the trumpet shit, except, now everybody hates it.
Oh.
Because, the trumpet is Xavier's thing.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Never mind.
Yeah.
That's right. Huh. I like it.
Thank
I like it.
Thank you.
I like it. Yeah, bravo.
So I'm enjoying that stuff. So what else? You know what I realized when I watch these shows back? Because I watch most of them every time I'm on. I think I say so too much. So I'm going to try to keep that down.
Oh, the mask. What's your
Hey,
substitute?
anybody else in there? Tell me what else I do wrong, and I'll try to stop it. I appreciate that. I want to be better.
Oh, don't do that. That can be dangerous.
Nah, you got to do it.
Guys,
You got to do it. I got to be better.
Be dangerous. I'm just saying that right here on air.
Okay, so Primetime says that Craig really is. I'm sorry. That Lashley is improving.
We'll see.
Primetime says last thing I need is a promo of Big E saying "sucka" 12 times. What's that referring to? I don't remember that.
Sucker, like that.
I guess.
Right, wasn't that it?
Junior, do you know what that is?
Booker, right? I was like, is that Booker? I don't know.
Rude Master's
Does it say
asking who
something?
Asuka's fighting at WrestleMania. She's going to fight whoever the champ is.
Yep, I'm just gonna say it.
Or maybe that wasn't what they meant. Maybe they meant who do you think the champ is going to be at WrestleMania?
So Nia's fighting Asuka at Elimination Chamber, and if Nia beats Asuka, then she'll be in a triple threat match with the champ and Asuka.
Okay, and in case anybody didn't hear that, do you think they can hear you say that?
Probably.
Okay, if Nia Jax beats Asuka at the pay-per-view, then she's in the match as a triple threat. I don't see that happening. Asuka has not yet lost. And I don't see it happening at the pay-per-view for WrestleMania.
Yeah, that would be like, what, really?
But I think Alexa is going to keep it. I think it'll be Alexa and
Man.
and Asuka.
Now, isn't Rousey's back, right? Or Rousey's here?
At the Elimination Chamber, she's going to sign her contract.
Okay.
And go ahead.
That means she's going to be in WrestleMania.
I think they're talking about the inside internet is telling me that it's probably going to be a tag match with Trips and Steph against Ronda and somebody. However, I'm seeing a lot of, at least online, some negative shit towards Ronda.
Dude, what are you talking about? Of course. That's what everyone's saying. Everyone's saying how they're like really upset and they're like, oh, this is the worst. You got your ass beat in real life, so you came here to get your ass beat in the fake world. Like, what the hell?
I don't blame her for coming in and trying to have fun.
I'm just saying these are what people are saying.
I know.
I am so ready for it. The Hot Rod shirt though was kind of.
Why is that bad? I've seen people ripping that too. I don't understand. And I know that you're not alone. A lot of people are saying that.
He is a hardcore legend, and in this way, I'm just like...
She legitimately went to him as a fan and said, listen, I'm a fighter. I absolutely love you. I love pro wrestling. Do you think I could use the name Ronda Rousey? And he gave his blessing.
Say yes. So with that being the case, that's when I was like, you know what? I can't say anything else. It was just like... the man's a legend, etc., etc. I don't show up and don't defile the legend.
I don't think she's defiling him. I think they were arm in arm.
No, I'm saying during a match, don't do it where it's just like.
What do you mean?
Damn, it's like Rousey's reign was a joke. You know, like I don't want that. I don't want it where it's like, oh wow, this is just a really bad publicity kind of thing.
No, I think she's in. I think she's going full time, and she wants to. This is her new job. I believe her when she says that.
Well, I mean, okay, all right. If that's the case, then I'm in. I'm happy, but I don't want her to be just another kind of revolving door celebrity in sports entertainment.
Right. No, I get that.
That's what I don't want. I mean, if you're here, you be here. Don't show up and try to be what The Rock is now or what Brock is now. If you're in, you're in. This is your job.
That makes sense to me. That makes total sense to me. And I think she's in.
And that's all I'm saying. If that's the case,
then
wear the shirt and be proud. If that's the case. If that's the case. That's all I'm saying.
Back to internet rumors and whatnot. I guess her mic skills aren't that great. I didn't watch a whole lot of UFC.
I don't understand. I hope she's taking her time to learn, like to really. I want a female wrestler to cut a promo that I will be able to watch over and over and tell friends and make jokes and make memes. That's what I want.
And I'm sure there are. I'm sure they're out there. None of them hit me right now, except we go back to AJ Lee's pipe bomb, pipe bombshell. That's what CM Punk called it.
Yeah, but I mean that's what I want. I want something where it's just like, damn, okay, let's go down in the pantheon of just like really good promos that were cut. That's what I want. And
what's up, Kat?
She's an actress, so I mean,
she's not really. Well, she's working.
No. I'm saying to an extent. That's what I'm saying. Hopefully, she takes those skills that she's honed and be able to just. Pow on screen. It would be great. So if she has great mic skills on top of just being herself, and she's good to, you have no idea how much of a godsend I feel she could be, and I want that, and that's my worry that I may not get it.
Well, okay, so internet nerd, wrestling nerd, internets that I read all the time. All right. They're saying that she doesn't have the greatest mic skills, and there's a possibility that Paul Lee might be a Paul Heyman girl.
Yeah.
You think that'll happen, Junior?
It's possible. I heard about that.
Now, what do you mean when you say a Paul Heyman?
I think he's going to be her manager. Ladies and gentlemen.
So he'll be doing most of the talking.
Right.
So she.
But for me, is she still going to be a face?
I don't think so.
Well, you can't be a face with Heyman, can you?
But I mean, Brock's like a tweener. Isn't Brock a tweener now?
I don't really know.
I know, it's tough.
That's true. Shoot, I don't know. Yeah. Maybe she'll just be a tweener?
I think they want to make her a big, good guy.
I would love
to see her in the
face. I would, but then again, actually, I would love a tweener because a tweener kind of has fun when they cut promos.
Well, I'll tell you, it's going to be really interesting at the Elimination Chamber just to see how the crowd reacts to her and the material that they give her. What are they going to have her say?
Very true. Very true. I would love it.
So on SmackDown tonight, and I'm going a little bit by memory, which I was kind of paying attention, and I was also prepping for the show. So somebody
work here, guys.
Please tell me if I'm wrong, but I believe early on in the show, Kevin Owens. Who did Kevin Owens fight? Kevin Owens fought Baron Corbin.
Oh.
And as a result of Baron Corbin winning, he got added to the Fastlane match.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, all right, fine.
And also, later that night, in the main event, Sami Zayn lost to Dolph Ziggler, which put Dolph Ziggler in the Fastlane match. So the Fastlane, they're throwing us all sorts of odd numbers.
Yeah, they are.
Because then now there's 5 in the Fatal 4-Way, which is now a Fatal 5-Way.
Right.
And the Elimination Chamber is now 7 instead of 6. They don't know how much I dislike odd numbers. I'm very OCD with that.
Oh, really?
Junior, you got something to say?
They just announced All In, the Bullet Club. It's going to be in Long Beach.
Get the fuck out of here! The All In show, you heard it here third, is going to be at Long Beach.
Really?
And that's in September, right? That's great. I want to help them make it. I don't even want a free ticket. I want to buy a ticket. I want to help them succeed.
I like that.
I want to help them sell that out. Whatever they can do.
Not
fucking
bad.
Long Beach, man.
That's not bad. I mean, it's backyard.
They're going to pull out all the stops.
Man. Okay. All right.
Hey, you guys just saw me legitimately excited about something. That doesn't happen very often.
There you go.
I've seen it all.
This is stuff you can't find anywhere else, people. Right here. He almost lost his shit. Right here. So you're definitely a Bullet Club guy.
I mean, I like cool bad guys. And they're not even all bad guys.
No, they're not. That's why I was, okay.
They kind of do their own thing.
So you like good stables. I mean, that's,
I like when wrestlers can entertain me and I can tell they're having fun. Mm-hmm. But I also like when I think they're really upset.
So, in your opinion, because I mean, we kind of talked about stables last week.
I heard Tony's was the Hart Foundation.
Yeah.
The 97 version.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking good. I've never met this Tony person, but plus 10 points.
Congratulations, Tony. Look at that.
She's not watching.
She's not watching today.
And who was yours?
Well, let's about
I want to know.
You don't. Yes, come on.
All right. Okay. He's not going to tell me. Was somebody in the chat tell me?
It was DX.
Which one?
It was the first. Was it the first iteration?
Don't ask
China,
him. Who's your favorite DX?
China, Triple H, X-Pac, Road Dogg.
Okay, well, I think we would officially call that the second version.
Okay, yeah, because no recruit.
Okay, so night after WrestleMania 14 DX, X-Pac comes back, and they reform.
Good job! Yes! Oh, dude, yes, we won.
Jesus
oh
Christ.
My God.
You guys have no idea. This is really funny because
my God.
The reason I wasn't here last week and the reason I almost wasn't here this week is because there's a Doctor Who convention on Friday. Are you going to this?
Oh, yeah. I'm at least making a stop.
Are you going to be there Friday night?
I don't know. It's going to be Friday or Saturday.
Come on, Daniel. Come Friday night because I'm in the Idiot's Lantern stage show
That's
Friday
right.
night at 10:30 on the main stage. Junior's going to be there. And one of the things is one of the sketches I play an old school fan who doesn't do change. And I was literally doing, what was it? Man, I'm switching gears from wrestling to Doctor Who here. But the sketch, Target novelizations and PBS pledge drives are in my blood. That's what I do.
Nice.
And I do that for every rehearsal. I'll be doing that Friday night. If you're going to the Doctor Who convention, which I'm sure 3% of you are, you should come check it out.
Sure. At least think about that, huh?
Houston's got a good question. Will they use Ring of Honor talent or New Japan or pro wrestling guys at All In? And that's a good question. I think they'll try to use all of them. Isn't there a PWG show that weekend? I think that was one of the things. One of the weird things.
I wouldn't be shocked, actually. I wouldn't be shocked at all.
So there's nothing wrong. Why were you embarrassed about liking DX the most? DX are great.
They were. Just, sometimes I tell people
It was
on
almost
there.
a nation, but I had to convince them not to.
Almost a nation? Oh, God.
Tell you what, if it was the nation.
I am not a fan of the nation.
If it was the nation for those 2 weeks where JC Ice and Wolfie D rapped down to the ring with them, I would have been down there.
That was so
This is the nation, laughing in color. Don't diss the man who will bum rush your mother. When I snuck backstage with my buddy at the pond once, and Flash Funk was there, and it was, and we somehow we put off the aura that we belonged there, so they didn't bother us.
Nice.
And so we were talking to Flash Funk, and we were like, "Hey man, do you?" Because he wasn't doing a whole lot at the time. I asked him, "Do you think you'll join the Nation anytime?" He was like, and the Nation were obviously very bad guys then. And he was like, "You know what? I got kids in school. Fuck the Nation, man. I'm not joining the Nation," because he didn't want his kids to get hassled at school.
Yeah, that's true. It makes sense.
Yeah, it's
makes sense. Smart. Yeah, I was like, I thought he meant essentially, I want a future after this, so I'm gonna.
Yeah. Instead, I'm just gonna keep pretending to be a pimp.
Yeah, pretty much, because that's
poor Flash.
That's where it's at.
He's so talented.
I don't want to. No, I'm gonna be a pimp. That's something my kids can stand behind.
I heard it's not easy though.
Oh, I heard that the job itself is it's hard out here.
A couple of musical keys that I really like from SmackDown. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens were like, they were saying, "Hey, this is for the title. If it comes down to it at the fast lane, we're going to beat the hell out of each other, and we both want to be champion. But we're still great buds, but we're going to fight for this title."
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, why aren't you?
And then Sammy came out to his music, which we haven't heard for several weeks because he's always come out with Kevin Owens.
Right.
So it was nice to hear that. Dolph Ziggler came out with initially no, like it was all black, and he came out to the spotlight, no music. And then they did the record scratch,
right.
And then they went into Here to Show the World. Have they been doing that?
Yeah.
Oh, the whole record scratch and everything?
The record scratch. They've been doing the record. Didn't he do it last time?
I don't remember. Anyway, I really liked it, and I hope they keep doing it. I like the no-nonsense into the Flash, if we can return to Flash.
Okay.
Well, that's all the notes that I have for Raw and SmackDown. You told me your favorite pay-per-view. Thanks, Primetime. We're doing it now. Good job.
My favorite PPV. Well, okay, I can say it. Right?
Yeah, do it.
All right, fine. If we're going to talk about it, let's talk about one that actually counts, one that matters to me. See, Money in the Bank 2011. Come on.
And that is the CM Punk in Chicago?
That is the CM Punk in Chicago. Homecoming for the second son in the second city. Baby, let's do it right. It was good. It was amazing. Come on. The main event was 30-plus minutes.
It was incredible.
It was great. Oh, my God. I effing don't like Cena. I don't like Cena. I'm sorry, I don't. He's literally just like, hey, I'm the Boy Scout. This is what I do. What the company needs is what's going to happen. And him coming in and doing the match and giving it his all, because those two went at it.
Not only did he give his all, but he let Punk drive.
Yes,
He told him,
it was so good.
This is yours, buddy, whatever you want to do.
It was so good. I mean, I love it how, how they played it up. Vince comes out to go ahead and get the bell rung and everything like that, and then, Cena, boom. No, we're going to do this. We're going to, blah, blah. That whole bit of drama, I loved it.
I mean,
I loved it.
It was a way to give Cena an out, and I'm fine with it.
It was.
I do not hate Cena as much as you do. And it's tough because he is, I think he's a legitimately good guy.
Yes.
And if he's not, he's doing a great job of fooling me. Reminds me of that old...
Come on, he's a good guy. You mean all the things he does?
That old George Burns quote. He said, you know what you need to make it in Hollywood? You need to be genuine. And if you can fake that, you got it made.
You got it made, yeah.
But I think Cena's a good guy. I just don't want him to be the champ again. As long as he's not the champ, I don't see any reason to chant Cena sucks at it.
Okay, yeah, I agree.
Do you think that if you and I got together and we pooled our resources and put together $500,
okay,
and if we tweet to CM Punk that he can have that $500 if he comes back to wrestling, do you think he'd do it? I think it's worth giving a shot.
Oh my God, no!
No,
damn, that is messed up. I love the build up, and if we pull together, that was beautiful. I was sitting there like I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. I don't know what's going on, but I just believe in this guy. And then you say that. That's like so effed up. How much do you not like CM Punk?
I love CM Punk. I want him back no matter what.
$500.
That's all I can do. I can't do more $250. I'm struggling. I'm hustling every goddamn day. I got 37 jobs.
So we also told him, and this is all that we have.
Okay, now back to Money in the Bank. We asked for favorite pay-per-view in general, and it wasn't just for that match.
No.
Earlier they had the Money in the Bank match that Daniel Bryan won.
Oh,
wait,
man.
no. Did he? He didn't win. Wait, or did he? He didn't win. What happened? How did Daniel Bryan walk out the champ there? Was that when they had the cage match with Show and Mark Henry?
Belt.
World Heavyweight.
Won
No, that was Orton. Christian was for that belt.
Money in the Bank 11?
For the belt, yeah.
Let me tell you guys something. Earlier tonight, I was talking about my favorite pay-per-view, which is WrestleMania 17, as we discussed. And I had Junior look up some pictures for it. And he was like, that's the one with Austin and The Rock. Where,
my God.
Where Austin joins up with McMahon, right? And I was like, what the fuck you talking about? No. It's a different match. Get your shit together, Junior.
He did.
Turns out I was wrong. And I felt pretty stupid. So it makes me want to not... Are you looking up Money in the Bank?
Yeah, I had to look it up just to make sure I remember this. Turn the WWE Championship match from...
Okay, how about the World Heavyweight? Look for the word
Christian.
I thought Daniel
That was-
Bryan.
that was Orton and
I think
Christian.
Daniel Bryan
Bryan
won the ladder in the match.
won for SmackDown to win the WWE Championship.
He won the SmackDown Money in the Bank. He got the briefcase.
No, that was Del Rio.
Curses,
Wasn't he?
curses, curses. What did Daniel Bryan do at that Money in the Bank?
Oh my God! Let me see. All right.
Because they had two
Daniel
of them,
Bryan
right?
won the match for the wrestlers from the SmackDown brand.
Okay, that's what I'm looking for.
That's what it says.
Everybody's shaking their head at me just because I've proven myself wrong time and time again.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, hey, but that's what the internet's for.
I don't think that company really offered Punk $1 million. I think.
Oh no, they didn't, man. Come on.
I think we could see him in Long Beach. I think he'd have fun. I think he'd do it for fun.
Whoa, wow.
A one-off. Of course, you know what? Actually, that's tough to say because I guess Dana White's actually talking about a Money in the Bank UFC match with him again against another
Yeah.
Chicago.
in Chicago. Why not?
Chicago.
No, that's how you do it.
Yeah,
That's how you get people to watch again, and that's how you get the people who watch who aren't CM Punk fans to get interested. You put them in front of a Chicago crowd, so they go,
of course, because they're like, well, it's one of ours.
Yeah, they're gonna go nuts.
Let's see what's happening, and then all of a sudden now they're one. That's it. They're signed up. But yeah, so Daniel Bryan won, Alberto Del Rio won, but the Money in the Bank matches. I mean, dude. Okay.
I mean, that made the whole event for you. Like that made that event better than any other event in wrestling history.
Dude, okay, the matches were amazing.
Name another one besides the
power bombing
ladders.
somebody through the ladders was amazing to me. Okay, but another one besides. I mean, what about Randy Orton, Christian? That was really good.
I don't remember how good that match was.
God, man, I was like, okay, wow.
Is that the one
Randy
where-
Orton was where he spit in Orton's
That's
face
right.
and Orton kicked him in the nuts?
I mean, I'm going from a guy who was a huge Christian fan,
Right.
and they finally get him to win the title, and it's a bullshit way by DQ.
By DQ, yeah.
But he was a bad guy, so that's how you have to do it
I
sometimes.
mean,
I
hey,
don't know.
but it worked out. I mean, it was good for me.
I spent a lot of time frustrated wanting the bad guys to win and realizing that this is storytelling and it has to be done right.
True.
I just want my bad guys to win,
I love
period,
when Randy
the best
Orton,
way.
Like, even though Christian did, he got the belt.
Well, as WrestleMania, is there anything else you want to say about Money in the Bank? I mean, I'm all, speaking of, I'm all in on that main event.
I think that was the main event was great. That was another match. I think actually, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good. I had to think
Okay,
about
so
it.
I'm going to WrestleMania 17, and regardless of and I brought it up because I didn't remember all of it.
Okay.
But X Factor against Grandmaster Sexay and Steve Blackman, that didn't make this my favorite pay-per-view.
I hope not.
Jericho beat Regal in an Intercontinental Championship match. I remember that match being great. There was a fuck the tag match.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the hardcore triple threat match with Kane, Raven, and Big Show being really good.
Okay, all right.
Okay, I'm getting there. I'm going in order, dude.
Producer's excited to you get to the one that matters. Go ahead.
Eddie Guerrero beating Test. Fine. Eddie Guerrero is the European
Test. Oh
champion.
my God, I remember Test.
Yeah. Angle and Benoit. I mean, as much as it's hard to watch now, I remember at the time it was flipping awesome.
Right.
I remember Chyna beating Ivory, and I remember, speaking of Ivory, I remember thinking it was pretty disrespectful. She powerbombed her and pinned her with her foot on the chest.
Yeah.
And we already knew that she thought the women's title was below her. And, it should kind of mean something, but whatever.
Oh, she was just like, women's title.
Now
Get
this...
to that men's. She was ready for it.
So
Shane
Shane McMahon against Vince McMahon. With Mick Foley as the special referee.
Here it is.
With a comatose Linda McMahon in the corner in the wheelchair. And Trish Stratus, who was Vince's mistress at the time.
Oh my God! It's so good. It's so
The match
good.
itself was a lot of fun. This is it's a rare match where the in-ring action and the storyline theatrics really combined for me.
Oh my God! It's literally, it sounds exactly like what I expect in possibly 2 more years to happen with Trump. where it's going to be some horrible fight between him and his son-in-law. And
no. Listen,
Melania somehow became comatose, and she's in a chair, and he's like, I'm making out with my new porn star I paid for. And,
let me tell you,
I just see it all.
In 2 years, Trump is going to be in jail, and they're not going to have access to him. Anyway, back to
Funny enough, she works for Trump right now, so that's amazing.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah, right?
But at the time, Linda was in a wheelchair. She was in her comatose state because of the shock that Vince was cheating on her with Trish Stratus, and it put her just over the edge. So Vince brought her down to the ring so he could watch Shane, who was fighting for the honor of his mother. I'm almost crying saying it right now. Fighting for the honor of his mother. And so we're deep into the match. And we're at this point where Shane is like almost knocked out. I don't remember, the ref's knocked out or whatever. And Vince is like, he looks... Is this when he turned... When did he turn to his wife who was in the wheelchair and go... Bitch.
No.
I don't remember where it was.
You have to do the proper thing.
Well, but it was really,
right?
And he takes her out of the wheelchair, pushes her in the ring, pushes the wheelchair in the ring, sets the wheelchair up in the corner, puts her in the wheelchair so she can see straight up what's happening. Shane gets up, and she stands. And Vince is looking at her like, and the crowd is going, yeah, they're standing. And Vince is looking at her. I don't know how well you can see it. I'm going to step back a little here. Vince is standing there like this. Wonder what's going to happen. Linda, of course, crotches him. And then Shane goes to town, beating him up again. We get, I think, was this the first time we saw the Coast to Coast by Shane? I don't remember. Maybe it happened before, but it was very dramatic when it happened.
It could have been.
And he won, and the fucking look on Linda's face, the look that was like, you did it. You did it.
Yeah.
And Shane looking at his mom, genuine emotion.
Really?
Genuine emotion, absolutely. I'll tell you this much.
Give them the Oscar. Like, it was that good? You were like, they deserve it?
Yes.
This was our Wrestling Hall of Fame moment. Yes. It was that big. Honestly, you just describing it, even though I remember it, just as vivid. Just a little bit. I was like...
Once upon a time, my mom lives in Minnesota now, and I live in L.A., so it doesn't... Primetime says that it was the first Coast to Coast.
Cool.
When I lived back at home, and sometimes when I visited back home, that's right, I was living in L.A. when that happened. Mm-hmm. When I went home, I brought the tape with me, and I had Mom watch the end of that match. Like once a year, there would be something worth showing to my mom, and she loved it. She thought it was very, very funny.
Nice.
So there was that match. Craig Anderson goes on. Craig Anderson mentions The Undertaker against Triple H, which it was really good. Okay. It was a really good match, and it was just a decade later where they were getting ready to do it again, and they completely disregarded that match happening, which I understand you have to do to make it sound special. Oh no, Trips and Undertaker, because they had both evolved a bit too. But that match was really, really great. We did skip over as Junior's favorite. Right, he's got a great argument for this. The TLC 2, the Hardy Boys, the Dudleys, and Edge and Christian. And I think, was it that one or was that WrestleMania where each of them had somebody come out and help them? Edge and Christian had Rhino come, the Dudleys had Spike, and the Hardy Boys had Lita. They each came out. Yeah. It was nicely balanced. Yeah. I mean, again, I'll say storytelling again. They did a great job. Not only did they do... First of all, it was TLC 2, which TLC is like... Everybody was like, holy shit, this is the greatest thing ever, and now you have to top it. And I think they topped it.
I think I actually did much more than top it. I mean, because it was like, okay.
And as amazing as that match was, you go to the next match.
Okay.
Where the Iron Sheik beat a number of other people in a battle royal for the ages.
fucking flag on the play, man. God damn. That was hilarious.
That gimmick.
You pull me in every time. What the hell? He was seriously just like one of the best matches ever.
I mean, the reason
he goes like this fucker. Damn. That was good.
As I understand, literally the only reason that the Iron Sheik won that gimmick battle royal is because he couldn't physically go over the top to reach the bottom.
Oh my God!
But we went to
how many people did we have in that? We had
I'm gonna look
tugboat. You had Repo Man, Earthquake. Oh my God!
Gobbledygooker.
Oh my God! Oh my God! It was Jobber Parade all over.
I need to keep going. I need to keep looking here.
Oh my God! So many. The gimmick Royal Rumble.
Talk about some stuff. I need to find all the people.
Well, come on. There are so many things to remember from it. I mean, I was just like, where's Junkyard Dog? It was that good.
He was dead.
Yeah, exactly.
He totally would have been there, though.
No, I'm saying
he totally would have been there.
That. It felt like, bring the ghost. Coco Beware.
Okay. Brother Love. The Bushwhackers. Jim Cornette. Doink, of course. One Man Gang. Slaughter. Nikolai Volkov.
Oh, God.
Michael Hayes, who I think at the time was... What was he? Doc Hendricks. But he came out as Michael Hayes. Duke the Dumpster Droese.
Oh, shoot.
The Goon!
Yes.
Dun, dun, dun. And something else I thought was really fun was they brought out Bobby Heenan and Gene Okerlund to be the commentators for that, to join the commentary team. And I remember whenever they would show those guys, the smile on Bobby's face was so big and so genuine. He was so happy to be there, and I was so happy to see him. It was the last time we really saw him in his as we want to remember.
Yeah, exactly. In his prime, good time, great moments. Yeah, that's true.
Hillbilly Jim was who the Iron Sheik.
Wow. Okay, no. My God.
And then we will go to Stone Cold beat The Rock for the title. And it was when Stone Cold turned bad, joined forces with evil Mr. McMahon. And as mentioned in the chat, it was not received very well.
No, was that the first time we got to see The Rock do that flip?
Oh, no, I'm sure we saw it. He did it in the Intercontinental title match, I'm sure. And many of the thing that was so great that
I love the supercut that they put of it, where it's like you just see him and every time, boom, and then The Rock
flippity flips.
Oh my God!
Absolutely.
And I remember somebody did it with the sound where it's like on Punch Out, where it goes boo boo like that. And they would do that for every time you'd see him flip. It was so great.
Excellent. I am one of the few, I guess, who really liked Austin as a bad guy during this time.
Come on.
I liked him and Triple H as the two-man power trip. And I liked when Austin got paranoid about Angle being too good buddy-buddy with Vince.
Right.
And then it did get silly. I admit it got silly when Vince would see Angle talking Austin would see Angle talking, and Austin would come up and hug Vince, just to be like, "Hey, I'm here too, and you like me the best, right?" I understand people not liking it. I remember when Triple H and Austin were obviously bad guys, the two-man power trip, and they were beating up. I don't remember. They were fighting like the Undertaker and a bunch of stuff. And The Undertaker, after the match, beat the shit out of Austin and threw him through glass or something like that. And Austin was getting carried out via a stretcher, and Triple H was walking with him. And Austin the whole time is yelling, Triple! Why did you do that to me? I ain't done nothing to him. And it was wonderful to see him whining. But I get it. I get why people didn't like it. It just... it worked for me.
I don't have something that I feel Austin ever did really wrong once he became Stone Cold Steve Austin. Honestly, I mean, think about it. It just in the career, everybody knows, oh my God, the ringmaster, etc., blah blah. But like, as Austin, I just feel he got better and better, and the stuff he would do, even the theatrical stuff, it was good. I'm an Austin fan. I think he's really good. Mic skills.
Pretty
everything.
controversial stance to take there, right?
No, not big at all.
Okay.
Him as a person, he's dope. Like, you hear the podcast he has.
Sure,
it's like, damn, like, he's so real, one. But two, he had no problem, like, oh, okay, well, you want me to come around every once in a while, just give Vince a hug? And, look like I want attention.
And I'm sure they were trying to figure out, how do we make this work? How do we make me look like more of a bitch and a bad guy? I'll really suck up to Vince.
And he has no problem doing it. And then later, okay, now how do you make me where now I hate the establishment. I'm this and I'm that and I'm that. And it still works. To go from that, do that complete 180. And it just worked for him throughout. So even when people say they didn't like that, I appreciate it.
I'll tell you there's one angle that didn't work. And I didn't know why it didn't work. But do you remember when they had Austin go into a bar in Texas? Do you remember where I'm going?
I remember it.
And and Eddie Guerrero was there.
Yeah.
And they were supposed to have this thing, and it was dark, and they were like sitting at the bar kind of together but kind of apart, and it was like, what are you doing here? Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. Da 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 da. And it was just like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
Right.
And I don't even know if they wrestled.
Nothing came from it.
It was weird. It's too bad. Maybe it was shortly after that Austin refused a job to Brock, which led to his time off.
I feel that was still a good decision, but
Well, there's a lot to be said for that. Because it didn't make sense. You're going to just have me lose, but there's a better way to do it. But I think we've talked about our favorite pay-per-views.
Yeah.
We went over some of the news of the week. Not a whole lot of you have talked about your favorite pay-per-views, and I'm a little disappointed. I'm just going to say it. I'm a little disappointed. But some did. So thank you for contributing.
Can I be like Joe? Listen to you mutton heads. You should have been able to know that.
Does Joe call people mutton heads?
He calls everybody mutton heads all the time. Like, you guys don't know what happens off camera, guys. You guys don't know.
Like the beating I took from Junior earlier.
See? You see? So what they do to us, guys. I'm just saying,
I think I'm gonna try to say the things that Joe would normally say. Hey, we over here at the hashtag show, we've got a T Public. Is it T Public? Yeah, we got a page on T Public. Joe's always wearing some sort of. Okay, sorry, Craig. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. Maybe I was busy talking while you guys were talking about your pay-per-views. I'm sorry.
Sorry, guys.
But yeah, check out the designs at the T Public hashtag show. There's a lot of fun stuff there. Where can we find you, Daniel Jerome?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, you can find me on social media as Battlestar Galactica.
Rolls off the tongue.
Right, it does. Battlestar Galactica. It sounds great. It's like people see it and they're like, that's a good username. And I'm like, that's right. It is. But yeah, that's where you can find me.
Do you do any other shows?
Oh my God, I don't even know what else. I do Gingerdale or Welcome to. It's like a Riverdale after show, Gingerdale, because it's smart. I do that show. I do Power Rangers show, the Ranger wrap up, the Retro Ranger wrap up, and I'm not doing the engine thing. I have some geek dating show that will be happening. I don't have a watch on. I can't really look, but yeah, I have that coming up too. It's coming up very soon. But I have that coming up.
Excellent.
Yeah, that's it for me. What about you?
Well, I'm online at Kevin Kittredge, Instagram and Twitter. As I mentioned, Gallifrey 1, Friday night, 10:30 on the main stage. I'm in 6 sketches. Today, I think I got them all memorized.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit. There's a lot of lines, but
well, I would imagine so. It's Doctor Who.
But it should be fun. I hope everybody who watches have fun.
Speaking of Doctor Who, you're also one of our resident Whovians.
Yeah. Whenever the show starts up again, I hope to be doing a weekly show. It'll be fun.
I used to be so I'm excited. I just want to know what you guys are gonna really get it.
What do you think about? Let's talk some Doctor Who briefly. I'm sorry. Can we go 2 minutes? What do you think about Jodie Whittaker, the 13th Doctor's costume?
Okay, I'm not a fan of the costume. What the hell is that? It looks like she's a hobo.
Did you see today? Did you see the latest today?
No, I haven't seen the latest one.
They have the Doctor wearing a goddamn fanny pack. She's wearing a fanny pack.
wow. I understand that they're really upset the fact that they chose a woman, but really they are working to tear her down. Like, they literally brought her in and they're just like, now let's fuck it up. And then here's a fanny pack. Here's some hobo suspenders. Here's I don't know. Like, it just looked like she just walked around like through thrift shopping and just said,
It is.
I'm gonna put Stitch up. She just literally put like fucking scotch tape on her body, did a cartwheel through a fucking place, whatever stuck she put on and said, there you go.
We finally get, we've seen the costume for a couple of months, and I've finally gotten around to, all right, that's her costume. And then today I saw the picture of the fanny pack, and I'm like, come on. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great night. We'll hopefully see you next week, and cheerio.
Yeah.
Cheerio.
Cheerio. Like that. I can do one.